Hi, this is Sifu Paul with the Kung Fu Athletic Academy. This is another video in my series of videos. This one again is for the new student or for someone that has tried classes before and they're interested in being involved in it. This class here, or this video here, is about how much time that you can devote to your training and how that affects what you take, what type of courses that you take. If you come to class, some programs that you take, they're more about you coming to the class and practicing. And when you leave from the school, you don't really do anything at home or on the off days. And there are other programs where you come to school, you come to the school or the academy or the gym or the dojo or the kwan, or whatever the teacher calls it, and they're there to instruct you and teach you information, and then a portion of that information you would take that information home and you would study it, or if it's something that you need to write down or read, or if it's something physical that you need to do, then you would try to develop those things before you come back to the next class. So those are kind of like the two extremes of that. Then there's the kind of the in-between where it's more just about the how many classes you've taken, and after X amount of classes you take a test and you get another belt. So out of those three ways, me personally, I teach classes based on these things. The experience, the person that I know, I have classes and courses that are specific to these people. There are people that when they sign up for classes, they really can only devote the time that they're in the school to learning and training. Whether it be once a week or it's 3 times a week, because due to their job, or they've got 2 kids at home, they're in school and they've got 2 kids at home, or whatever it may be. Maybe they've got 3 jobs, and they come to the classes to get away from all of the other stuff. And they're there to train, they're there to practice, but they're not really that interested in taking information home and practicing with it at that stage in their life. Okay, maybe later they have a different approach. My other way that I have classes and courses is for those that they come in and they train and they learn just like the other courses, and they develop camaraderie with the other students, and they I would hope that they enjoy themselves and their learning in the class. But those classes there are more about, not just about what you're doing in the class, but about what you're doing at home. So you take information home, you process it, you develop it, you learn it, you come back to class, and then you're able to share with me and with the other students what you developed, and the other students are doing the same thing. And so you progress and you develop, and in a different way. There is nothing wrong with going to a program once a week, or 2-3 times a week, or a couple of times a week, and just working out and learning something. And you may be learning a small amount, but it's the benefits that it's having for you. The others that have the time to devote and their training outside of the class, that's great too. The other approach where you just come to class, and after X amount of time, I give you a test and you get a belt, and not really based on learning and comprehension, but just because you showed up at the class, it doesn't really necessarily, it doesn't mean anything. And I just don't, I feel that that's kind of empty, and I don't really teach that way. So That being said, again, when people come into my school and we have our consultation, I am really trying to figure out how much time can you devote to your classes. It would be unfortunate for you and for me if you really couldn't devote more than 1 or 2 days of class time a week of coming to class, and you really couldn't do any home practice at all, and then I put you into a program, into a more formal program where you're having to you're required to do these other things to keep up in the class. At the same time, if you came in here and you really have this drive and you have this accessible free time, and you really want to, you really want to dig deep into this stuff, and you really want to develop it, and I put you in a class where we're not really discussing those things, and we're not really doing those things, you're going to feel, you're not going to feel, after a period of time, you're not going to really be motivated. So again, we really try to work that out in the consultation. How much time do you have? And it doesn't mean that the other person is better, or that this person is better, or that they're going to end up being better in the long term, because if the person is, or they do become a long-term student, the person that started out coming once or twice a week and not doing any home study or any additional development on their own, a year from now or 2 years from now, they may be coming to class 3 or 4 days a week and studying at home and developing themselves, and totally different. And then you'll have the other people that say that they're going to do all of this development and growth, and then 3 months later, 6 months later, they're flat, and then they're out the door. Not because of me, but because what they thought that they wanted to do or what they thought they could do really didn't turn out that way. So if you take classes from me, I'm very focused on ensuring that I put you in the right type of environment, whether it be a health and wellness class or self-defense or traditional martial arts, because they have different things that they do. At the same time, I want to make sure that it's going to fit your lifestyle and the amount of time that you can devote. So I hope that that helps, and that you got something out of the video. And whether you take classes from me or from somebody else, just ensure that you know what is required, how much time that you really need to do in which to develop that class and to be able to get something out of it. So anyway, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you watch some of the others. Have a good day.